Okay, well, I'm glad I checked. My mic was on mute. This is Dr. Trashbag with The Tower. And let's see, we have a tournament. It ends in about an hour. I wanted to get going on it a little bit sooner rather than later. In the previous episode, I was able to level up my wormhole redirector to ancestral and then reroll its effects. And I have noticed in my farming runs, this has helped significantly. And I think it's all because of this health regen. So forget where I was, but I was in the low 6,000s, like maybe 6,300, and now I'm in 6,700. And I'm getting close to being able to buy the last ultimate weapon, which is Poison Swamp. It's been really hard because there's so many things I want to buy, like cooldown for Death Wave, for example, more quantity for Death Wave. But I'm saving up because I really want to get Golden Tower Plus. So there's a lot to do to get there. Another thing that I got is this death penalty. So maybe if I have time after this tourney, I may re-roll the effects to maybe try to get that up higher. Or excuse me, to get the effects that I want. And then this will be my new like tourney weapon, because having 11% chance that enemies will just die really helps out. I mean, this is really good for like crowd control, but we all know that normal bullets don't do that much damage. And so even though this increases the bullet's damage by a lot, it's still probably more helpful for the other one. Now, this would not be good for farming because we want enemies to survive long enough to get into Black Hole, into the Golden Tower range, and hopefully hit by Death Wave and into Spotlight area. Let's go ahead and buy some modules, because I think I am close on a few. I think we can do one round of merging just to kind of reduce how many modules I have. There we go. Yeah, that reduced it greatly. Okay. I just didn't want to max out on modules. I need to make sure I have like at least 150 to 300. Oh, okay. Nice. I'll always take a Dimension Core. Okay, I think I'll keep it there for now. But I think that got... Oh, but I respect, and so I don't have enough money to buy that one extra level. Okay, well, it is what it is. I'll get it after farming a little bit. Okay. Anything obvious for merge? I think that's an obvious one. Skip. And then what do we need once they're ancestral? It doesn't even tell us, which is weird. All right, so I just need one more specialized one, and I can get a 1-star ancestral. Okay. Okie dokie. That's new. All right, well, it is what it is. Yeah, I guess we'll go ahead and start. I did my normal respec and specking out my tower. I accidentally hit super crit chance max. Probably could have saved a little bit of money there. But each time that I respec, I have an extra 150 to 200 trillion. So making those type of mistakes is okay. Wish I could have got a little bit further on my wall health, but I will get there eventually. Accidentally maxed out landmine chance, but not that big of a deal. And then I spent like every cent, even going defense absolute, just to kind of help out with the free utility grades there. But yeah, let's go ahead and start the tourney. Still got a full hour left. I started pretty close after the fact. So I don't even know why I'm looking. I don't have the major players memorized or anything. Okay, farm, tourney. One thing that I did with my Guardian, I did unlock another slot. I don't know which one's the best one to upgrade. And a part of me wants to wait until I can get this one and then upgrade that one just for the economy. But so that's where I'm at right now. At the same time, I need to save up to get the throne and to get a tower. But I have almost everything unlocked other than the tower, throne, and guardian chip. So I need, what, 300, 375, and I only have 55. So yeah, I need a lot more of these tokens to unlock everything that I really want to get. All right, let's go ahead and do the battle. I wanted to do the tourney a little bit earlier today, just because of I got some stuff I need to do on a Saturday afternoon. I think I was able to get more enhancements for attack speed, so we'll see if that helps us out. And I think what's really going to help us out is last time I did a tournament, which was what, Wednesday. Since then, I got my effects re-rolled for my wormhole redirector, and so I'm hoping that the extra health regen and extra wall health and wall rebuild will help out. I know effective health points, EHP is not like the meta right now, especially if you're in Legends, but it's definitely not going to hurt. And getting those effects leveled up on my wormhole redirector has definitely helped my farming. Like I've noticed in my research, I'm able to get one more research at ×4 multiplier versus ×3. Also, I unlocked. I can't tell if that's a dog or a cat. For my guardian, and I do like that a little bit better. And it also gives you like a 0.6 or a 0.8% more coin bonus. So there's an actual point to it. It's not just for looks. I've never been a big skins guy. Like I don't buy skins for video games usually. It's usually not a high priority unless it helps me in game in some way, and this helps me by increasing my economy a bit. I'm definitely seeing the attack more often. I don't know if it's because if it's in that dog mode or I'm paying more attention to it right now. Probably that's probably what it is. I normally don't pay too much attention to it because it tends to not do much. I need to level it up. Oh, that reminds me. let's go ahead and move those around since I'm in tourney versus farming. Go ahead and turn off. I'm going to take off my Apple Watch. It's bothering me. See, just got back from Costco. I made the rookie mistake in going hungry, and I probably bought at least 4 items I probably didn't need. But they will get eaten. And if I bought extra this week, that might mean I don't need to go shopping next week. Been getting back into Space Marine 2. I've been really enjoying that. Yeah, the more and more I think about it, I probably should get that that damage module leveled up. Because that means every boss, every elite, every fast, every range enemy has 11% chance of basically getting I think how the verbiage is, it's basically whenever it takes some damage. So even a random bullet from my tower will kill it. So there's 11% chance that basically get to remove a difficult enemy from the map. I still haven't maxed out the research for package chance. We could probably get that package chance either at or pretty close to 80% chance for every wave. It did seem like I did spend a lot of reroll shards last episode on Wednesday. I think I still have over 1 million reroll shards though, so it's not too bad. I may consider doing research to kind of help reduce that. I think you can eliminate one of the choices. Good afternoon, Clouded. How are you doing? What's for breakfast? Um, Today I skipped breakfast. All I had was coffee. And then around lunchtime I had chicken fajitas with fajita veggies. Then I went to Costco. How's your Saturday so far? Okay, looks like they're starting to disrupt my wall. Let's go ahead and turn on my damage ultimate weapons. Oh, okay. So I take it you are not in the Western Hemisphere then. Just chilling in bed. Okay. So is it Sunday morning for you? Yeah, Saturday's a pretty big day because of the tourney and because that's when most people have off. Honestly, I do most of my YouTube stuff on Sunday. But thanks to this phone game that I've become very active in, I do a bit more YouTube on Saturdays now. New Zealand. Oh, that sounds cool. I forgot what video I was watching, but apparently there's like a club where they keep track of maps that do not include New Zealand on their maps. But I have never been outside of the continent of North America, but I've seen pictures of New Zealand and it looks very beautiful. I should probably switch over to maybe something else to defense and attack. That is crazy to me, though, that you are essentially in the future by almost a whole day. Yes, I never realized how good New Zealand is until after I traveled to other countries. Yeah, fair. No tickets. All right, let's get some put into health regen. see how high I can get. I have some friends in Phoenix, Arizona, and for half the year, our time zone is the same, but then the other half of the year, like right now, I'm 1 hour ahead because my state still adheres to daylight savings time, but Arizona is one of the few states that does not abide by that. For work, I am an engineer in the semiconductor field. And so that's why I moved from Texas to Phoenix, Arizona, and now to New Mexico was for the semiconductor industry. So, yeah, that's something that I see is only becoming more and more needed as cars and houses and whatnot become smart houses, smart cars, all that jazz. And now with AI, they're needing like really just these huge microprocessors. I mean, these microprocessors are getting to the cost of like not only a car, but I think like the next technology node, if you will, is going to be like the same cost as a how do you say, like a midlife crisis car, like like a really nice sports car. I mean, right now some of these microprocessors are like the price of a new van or SUV in the server space. Yeah, it's an interesting work environment. I'm definitely I definitely like tech and science and engineering and all that. But the semiconductor industry is very fast paced, very competitive. So I'm one of the lucky people who got a degree and I'm using it. So, and when I was in grad school and when I had my first job when I was working with Intel, I didn't have a lot of free time and I wanted to keep up what was going on in the video game world, and so I'd watch a lot of YouTubers as they were showing off like new video games and this and that. And now that I got a job role where it's a little bit not as crazy, I'm not on call 24/7. I started doing YouTube just for fun, and been enjoying it. How about you, Clouded? What do you do over in New Zealand for work? When I think of New Zealand, I think of like mountains, a lot of green plants, and a lot of sheep and goats. But I've never been there, so I don't really know what it's like. Let's get our damage up. My stepdad used to be. He's retired now, but he used to be high up in the meat and seafood department at Whole Foods. And I think he retired a few years after Amazon bought out Whole Foods, which was a purchase I never saw coming. Clouded says you manage a abattoir, 50 staff, or 50 under your leadership. Oh wow! I have never been really responsible for other people. I've never been in a management type role. So that's something very interesting. Um yeah, so that's kind of what I was thinking because yeah, when I think of New Zealand, I think of sheep and goats, and my stepdad traveled to New Zealand because he was high up in the meat and seafood department at Whole Foods, and I forgot the details, but yeah, he was over there for something to do with meat, and okay, yeah. So you're kind of more of like a management type role. Well, that's awesome. Best in the world. Hot dang. Yeah, now my stepdad and mom are retired, and they have a horse. They have a horse and cattle ranch, and they raise Akiushi beef or Akiushi cattle. Man, it's really tasty. The marbling's pretty good. Um, they come and visit me at least once a year, and they'll bring a cooler of their meat. I still have a little bit in my freezer. Really good. Okay, nice. Yeah, management most of your life. That's kind of how my dad is. He got his bachelor's and master's in management. I forget what specialty in management, but he worked at a supermarket called HEB, which is mainly just in Texas. Um, and yeah, my dad was a manager for basically all of his life. He worked at HEB for about 35 years, over 35 years, and then he moved over to Total Wine and More. It was kind of fun because he would bring home wines and spirits and beers, and we would taste test them. That was around the time where I was just turning 21, so it was kind of nice getting. Well, I was over 21. That was good having trying out different wines and beers and spirits. Yeah, I'll have to look into yeah, I think for the most part my dad was pretty chill. I think the most bossy or management was when I was planning on I was like applying for universities, and my dad wanted to see my plan, like what major, what job could I get with that major, how well does it pay, how quickly could I pay off my student loans if I got a job with a starter salary in that career path. And I remember thinking, wait, what? And so then I had to, turn around and kind of figure all that out and then show it to him. For the most part, I didn't feel like he was bossy. He was, normal dad. Oh. So yeah, and what's funny was back then, I wanted to be a pharmacist, and so I showed him all that, and And in undergrad, I was basically pre-med because, pharmacy is in the medical area. And I got a job as a pharmacy tech. And after working as a pharmacy tech for 2 years, I quickly realized I did not want to become a pharmacist. But I was already in the STEM field, and so I just pivoted towards more of a chemistry research type degree. And then I got into a research lab, and in my PhD, that research lab had a lot of grants with Intel, NXP, L3, Texas Instruments. So we worked directly with research grants with the semiconductor industry. And then when I got close to graduating, I just started handing out my resume to these people that I knew through these working grants. And one of my resumes apparently moved between 5 different people within Intel. And finally, I got a call. And by then, I've already had like 3 to 5 interviews, and but no job offers. And Intel called and said they had like a packaging engineer role, and Intel was actually my easiest interview. It was just very straightforward. Almost all the questions were from my resume. A few questions I could tell that they wanted to see my problem solving skills, because they were asking questions that I could tell they were either battling right now or at the time of the interview, or in recent history. And apparently I said some good things because I was hired in. And that was my first job for over 3 years. But I had to move away from Texas to Phoenix, Arizona. I mean, Texas is hot, but Phoenix, Arizona, I mean, that's just a straight up desert. And then now I'm living in New Mexico, which is also desert, but high elevation. And so it's more of like an arid desert. And so once the sun sets, it cools down pretty quick. And we do get snow here, usually for a week or more. But we also get triple digits Fahrenheit for a good 1 to 3 weeks in the summer. So we get all 4 seasons. But I'm curious how New Zealand is, because where I live, crime and drugs and homelessness is pretty prevalent. Basically, you either work on the military base or you work retail. And there is some semiconductor, like Intel's here, and some solar panel companies are here. I wish it was a bit better. I don't know how the state is in New Zealand, since I've never been there personally. I remember my stepdad saying that he liked it. He liked it there. I remember reading somewhere that like sheep outnumber people by like a significant number. Like for every person, there's 100 sheep or something like that. I forget the exact stat, but it was something that that I remember. And yeah, circling back to your most recent comment, Clouded, yeah. I think at the time, being 17, I was just trying to get into college, hoping I would get in. Whereas I think my dad knew I had to look at multiple things at once. And yeah, I do look back on that thinking, yeah, that was a smart thing to ask. And so I think I'll probably do something similar when my kids get that age. Well, hot diggity. Yeah. I mean, you did say New Zealand has the number one agriculture, best in the world. I'll have to look more into New Zealand. I don't know much about it, but I did not realize how important New Zealand is in terms of farming and ranching. Tanks, we got bosses, and all these tanks just being bullet sponges. Let's see. I think in the previous on Wednesday, I was able to get to like 240. Oh yeah, Clouded, how did you do on your tourney? I forgot to ask you. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. So China, India, Canada, Japan, and the EU come to learn from our agriculture and horticulture sector. We lead the world in most efficient grass-fed, no hormone or grains. Yeah, that's great. So I remember my stepdad being all about that, and he still is with the cattle that he has. He usually has about 6 to 10 cattle at a time, and he sells his meat just at the local farmers market with his son. His son has a little ranch too, and they have sheep, pigs, and chickens. Yeah, that's great. That's probably why my stepdad went there. It was probably one of those classes or something like that. Oh, I should probably be paying more attention. I don't have my angel wings anymore. But I do have a good amount of health. I start to see my health going down considerably, I will put on demon mode. My goodness, these tanks are soaking up so much damage. Clouded, I will read your comment here in a little bit once I hit demon mode, but I'm trying to maximize my demon mode here. All right. All right, I got a little afraid, so I hit it. I might have hit it a little early, but it is what it is. To Clouded's comment, we're one of the few countries that have a 50-year deal to supply one of the few countries that have a 50-year deal to supply New Zealand with nitrogen with Canada. When COVID hit, there was a worldwide shortage of nitrogen, but we were sweet. Well, so is all that nitrogen from, and excuse my ignorance, but is all that nitrogen from all the fertilizer from all of y'all's sheep and cattle? Is that what I'm hearing? Yeah, COVID was a time where a lot of supply lines, a lot of logistics really was shown where their weaknesses were. That was an interesting time for semiconductor industry as well with the chip shortage. Nitrogen is made from natural gas and is used to put on the grass. There's not many countries that use natural gas for nitrogen or fertilizer instead of heat or power. Huh. Yeah, my understanding is my house in my area, I heat up my house with natural gas. Trying to remember what my childhood home used. My mom's house was propane. I do not remember what my father's house was. But yeah, thank you for clarifying. Because I was like, I must be thinking wrong because I'm visualizing New Zealand sending like boatloads of sheep and cattle crap to Canada for nitrogen. I was like, that can't be right. But yeah, transporting it in terms of like natural gas. Okay, gotcha. All right, I'm currently ranked 21. That's actually where I was ranked last last Wednesday. Is it just me or is there no rank 24? Oh, that's because these two are tied. Interesting. I was about to say, I was like, I thought the cutoff was 24 and I didn't see a 24. Okay, well, let's hope that I stay in. Technically, this will go up to 230. I don't know why I didn't get to 240, which is what I was on Wednesday. But it is what it is. Canon. Alrighty. Well, since we have some time, I'm gonna play a little bit longer or until I get wife aggro. Let's see. Equip, transfer levels. Very common. Many countries opt for power source instead of food source. New Zealand has to output more, and more due to the world population growing faster than the food supply can keep up. You got 95 in Legends, 95 waves. Nice, nice. Are you in the position where I was a few weeks to a few months ago where You keep on getting into Legends and then kicked back to Champion? Okay, let's see. I want attack speed, critical factor, super crit chance, super crit multiplier. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we got 4. Also, we can have mythic. Yeah, back and forth. Yeah, I started taking JP's advice and basically respecking so that all my coins are in helpful items for tourney, and I definitely think that's helping, but I also think me focusing a little bit more on crowd control and attack helped me stay in as well. But we'll see. I'm just at 230 waves, so I could be knocked down again. But I think this tower might help me out. Having 11% of enemies just die outright should help out. Okay, now for the expensive one. I've been playing for over a year now. I started in February of 2024. How about yourself, Clouded? Well, should we take this for a spin? I say F it. Let's take it for a spin. Okay, August 2024. So I started like a half a year before you. Yeah, I just kept on seeing ads on Instagram of all places, and I had a game that I've been playing since like grad school, and I was just kind of getting bored with it, and I just wanted something to play, you know, when I go to the bathroom or just bored on an airplane ride or something like that. And so I started playing it, and then I really liked how easy it was to start playing, and then I liked the complexity of it, and I liked the feel of continuous progression that didn't seem too outrageous, if that makes sense, because there's some games where like you're always progressing, but the progression kind of feels a little too fast or a little too much. And I think at least early game, that's how I felt. Oh yeah. I mean, yeah, I sometimes if I'm like shopping for something like a gaming computer or something like that, I will kind of purposely look at certain websites on gaming computers. For example, I don't know why, but I've always really enjoyed looking at blueprints and like new construction homes. And so I started looking at like barn dominiums. Barn dominiums is definitely a house type here in the US where it's kind of more in the South. You make a house that, I don't know, kind of looks like a barn, but I guess now modern barn dominiums, um, I think it's more about how they're built. They don't, most of them don't even look like barns anymore. Um, but basically, for the square footage per foot, it's actually more cost effective. But I purposely looked at those websites, and now, of course, on Facebook and Instagram, I'm getting ads for barn dominiums. And I'm like, well, I don't mind looking. Um, I find it fun, so it's like I'm using that targeted ads for my benefit. So something another reason why I'm playing again is I just remembered I didn't switch like my money card over to Death Ray, and I think I can get a few more waves with that. So this might not be a apples to apples comparison if I remember to remove my money and free upgrade card for something else. But we'll see if there's a huge improvement by changing my cannon to 11% chance to basically kill an enemy outright. But yeah, seeing the ad for the tower, I think it was a good time because it was around the same time where I got a new phone, and my old phone was so old that they would only give me like a basically a $5 coupon towards my new phone. I was like, for $5, I'll just keep this old phone and use it as like a phone game phone. And so that's the phone I use to basically set up overnight runs and runs while I'm at work so that it can run all day. Um, I don't know, this cannon with 11% chance to kill something outright. What's the verbiage? 11% to mark an enemy for death when it spawns, causing any damage to destroy it. So I wonder if there's like any special symbol or something. If you see it, let me know. It might become more obvious when I slow things down. Oh yeah, I've kind of become a bad adult. I kind of like a junk box. Like some people have junk drawers. Um, and yeah, whenever I look for something, I have to go through that whole box. Then I'm like, oh yeah, here's this and here's that. I'm wondering if maybe you have it in like a junk drawer or junk box or something like that. Also, I know a lot of companies like Best Buy, GameStop, and other tech stores. They will take your old phones and sometimes even give you in-store credit. I don't know if maybe you or one of your family members maybe did that. But with this tank battle condition, I think that 11% chance to kill an enemy outright will definitely help. You know what? I tried what JP is doing. He's doing like an Orbless Devo, but I don't like any method that makes it to where I can't purchase the free upgrades, because I like to set up my phone and then basically forget about it for 8 to 12 hours. And I kind of like that I'm basically, well, I am at the point where the free utility, well, excuse me, the free upgrades will basically purchase everything, or give me free um, points in the things that I basically can't afford before I die, and I don't like having to micromanage it that much. So, but I do see JP's results. He did have a YouTube video where he is making some more coin doing that. All right, we're getting to the point where they're about to destroy my wall. So I don't know what my method is. I mean, I'm basically, what I'm doing right now is what I do for farming, other than, I'm using farming cards to make, like wave accelerator, coin card, coin critical card, and then especially with the perk system during farming, my black hole is on permanently, so that really helps out with farming. And then my golden tower is not permanent, but it's on for a good amount of time. And my death wave has 4 waves and goes off pretty often. So yeah, I guess it's a hybrid farm build. I don't know. It's kind of something that I didn't really purposely do. I think the main thing is getting your golden tower and black hole, and your death wave synced. Since my black hole is on permanently, that kind of helps things out. And so I guess technically right now my death wave may not be synced up to my golden tower, but once I have golden tower plus, I'm gonna do my best to work up golden tower plus and get golden tower to be either permanent or basically permanent, or like darn near close to being permanent. So I think that's like the main thing to start out with, is just getting your golden tower, black hole, death wave synced. But yeah, I guess I'm a hybrid build. When I get more coins to where I can basically purchase the majority of everything in the upgrade sections, then I might try Devo again. Because when JP respecs, I think he has I think somewhere between 8 and 10 quadrillion coins. Right now I'm at 2.5 quadrillion coins. So because he has 4 times as many coins as I do, he might be able to do that build a little bit more effectively than I. But yeah, my last tournament that I just ran, I'm kind of surprised that I didn't switch over my money card to something else. All right, I think this is where I switched over. Oh, that's when you respec and you get all your coins back from all of your upgrades and enhancements. That's not a per day or per hour or per minute. That's like total amount of coins that you have. Yeah, good question. That's the total amount of coins you have when you hit the respec button. So technically, it's not your lifetime coins because you also have a lot of coins put into research and modules, but it's all the coins that you have invested in your upgrades and your enhancements. Good question. Before this stream, I went to Costco and I got what you call it? I got like an iced coffee or like a frappuccino thing from Costco. My friends and I, we were playing Helldivers 2 until about 2 a.m. last night, so I've just been sluggish all day today. Oh, there goes my wall. Oh, really? I'm going to have to try to do tier 12 again. Because currently the furthest I've gotten on tier 12 is 2,900, I think. I'll double check. But then again, I don't think I've done tier 12 without using my farming cards and my farming strat. You know, if I were maybe to try tier 12 right now with my tourney cards and my tourney strat, I might get even further. But if we're talking over 2,000 waves, I kind of don't want to not use my farming strategy because it's just too much time. Shoot, you died. Oh, were you just in a tier 12 gameplay, or are you an attorney? $3,492 waves. Yeah, I need to look up to see what that tier 12 relic is. I bet it might be a good one. When I'm done with this tournament, I'll show you where I'm at in that tourney. Tier 12 run? Okay, yeah. I figured once I saw that you got close to 3,500 waves. Yeah, getting another 1,000 waves, that's going to be tough. That's not going to be an overnight achievement. You're going to have to get some significant upgrades to your research and modules. Oh, man. Okay. Well, shoot. That might be worth me doing my tourney cards and strat then and not farming for 3 hours. 10%. That's pretty darn good. Clouded, do you have your, like, how far is your perk research? Are you getting an extra 25%? Like, you have the full 25% perk research done? Yeah, Thank you for telling me that. That kind of puts that up in higher priority for me. Maybe I will try it either late tonight or tomorrow when I get my get the last ultimate weapon, Poison Swamp. Although with farming runs, I get Poison Swamp anyways. And sometimes when you first unlock an ultimate weapon, it's actually not as good as the free ultimate weapon version of it that you get during your farming runs, thanks to perks. Okay, yeah, I'll have to check that out, Clouded. My wife is giving me calls, so I'm going to mute myself for probably good 10 to 20 minutes, but I'll type Okay, ladies and gents, I am back. I know you were worried. Let's see here. Here, I'm going to get a drink and I'll be right back. Let me pause the game just for a second. Don't worry. All right, got my drink. And it also became a quick bio break as well. Okay, we can speed this up now that I have more concentration on it. Let me make sure I'm still in the chat. All right, looks like it's still working. I don't know, is it just me or does it seem like there's less enemies on screen? I guess we should wait till it's 230 waves. Okay, well, never mind. Here's a good collection of tanks. Dang, that really got my health pretty darn low. I think for my farming runs, I may want to start looking more into that more advanced chain lightning research that I unlocked on tier 16. Kind of curious if I should stream me retrying tier 12, but with tourney cards. Oh man, it's gonna take so effing long. But I think at you know, I should definitely get past 3,000 waves. All my tourney stuff, I probably should be able to do it. At least in terms of getting the majority of like perks, for example. You know, that's another thing. I could turn off certain perks, like definitely hurt my farming, but I could remove that. Hey, you get basically double coins, but you get a lot of your health removed. If I remove that, I bet I could get pretty darn far. plus with like my tourney cards. But getting that 10% research boost, that definitely seems like something I would like to get sooner rather than later. Oh man, look at all those tanks. And supposedly I'll have 11% less tanks, clouding up my my area here. Sorry about that. Had a ad pop up on my second monitor. Oh wow, actually Rend has a lot more to go. Wonder how much Rend would help with these tanks being bullet sponges. I keep on hearing Rend doesn't do much, but I'm thinking an extra, was it 12 damage? An extra 12 times damage? That seems pretty significant. Oh, there goes my wall. I didn't see what killed my wall. I think it was a range or a fast. But fasts and range usually get caught by my black hole. Okay, we're getting close to where we were our previous time that we did tourney. Yeah, so I could probably put more coins into wall health and maybe Rend armor. See, yeah, I'm nowhere close to being done with Rend armor. Yeah, I only got Rend times 2. Yeah, boss just smashed through a good amount of my health there. My little guardian there doing what he can. All right. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and preemptively put in Death Ray. And then I think when I hit demon mode, maybe I'll remove free upgrades and do wave skip. But I think having some extra free upgrades might be good for getting some more items, getting some more level skip, wall health, and rend. Definitely won't hurt. But with all these tanks lining up, I think Death Ray might be really beneficial in maybe getting some extra damage on those tanks and hopefully wearing some of them out. This is where I'm curious if my old cannon might be doing better because it can do all those bounce shots and increase damage significantly. See, the boss died way over there. I think that was due to my new cannon here. So just having, 11% chance to kill a boss just outright, super handy. Yeah, I think Death Ray is really helping kind of reduce how many enemies are on screen. Thus allowing my tower to do a better job on focusing on what's left. And then once we're in demon mode, I think wave skip will be good just so that we also have a 19% chance to skip a boss wave and then 11% chance for my cannon to kill a boss just outright. I think those type of items will really help out. Yeah, I'm only getting rend like ×2. To see what it is when those tanks are able to survive a little bit longer. Yeah, that boss just tears through my wall like it's a paper bag. All right, I'm gonna slow things down. Make sure I hit demon mode at the best time. But look, I'm already where I was even after demon mode last time, and so I think having this cannon definitely helps. But it's not really comparing apples to apples since I'm sure Death Ray is also helping out a bit. Look at that, just taking out tanks. No problem. Okay, now I gotta pay attention. All right, tanks are starting to line up. I don't know if Death Ray is really doing that much damage to tanks, or if it's just kind of clearing out all the smaller enemies and allowing my tower to kind of focus more on him. Either way, I think it's really helping them out. Yeah, I'll definitely have to hit the demon mode when a boss comes, for example. And if all the tanks start charging towards my tower, I'll also hit demon mode if that happens. Okay, I think I'm seeing some tanks die. All right, a double Death Ray, nice. All right, here comes a boss. I'm gonna go ahead and hit demon mode. Even though I could have maybe have survived like one hit or something. All right, we'll let that go, and then when it gets close to being end on demon mode, we'll go ahead and hit like wave skip. But yeah, we're gonna get a few more waves and make sure that we stay in Legends. I don't think I'll get any keys this time. I think when I start getting Golden Tower Plus, that might be realistically when I start getting more into getting keys. It's been really hard saving up this many stones, but it's for a good goal. It's a pretty important goal to get Golden Tower Plus. Okay, let's go ahead and click that and do wave skip. Probably takes a full turn or so before wave skip actually gets to be implemented. We'll do a little ahead of schedule. Oh, here comes all the tanks lining up. Okay, that's nice. When the tanks did their attack, I think I still had just a second or two of demon mode left. All right, I got my wall. I got full health. See how long it lasts me. But yeah, I think on Wednesday I got to 240, and now I'm able to get much further. Okay, good. I survived that. Oh yeah, I guess I still have my missiles. Next time a boss gets close, I'll shoot off those missiles. See if that helps me out. I like that my wormhole redirector. I think that's the one that heals me up completely. Uh-oh. A shatter got me. Mother trucker. Well, I'm glad I redid it. I got an extra 18 waves. And now I'm 22 instead of 21. But I think that will at least make sure that I stay in Legend. But my goodness, it is competitive. Okay, we will get our rewards in about 3.5 hours. So for, yeah, tier 12, so far I've only gotten to 2,900, but I've only been using farming cards to get that. And it's honestly been a while since I have tried it. So let's try to do my like tourney cards and tourney setup, and we will try it out. I don't think I'll stream it just because I got other stuff to do. Yeah, we can do a purchase, although what I really want is to buy this. Get what, another 0.1 tower damage? Heck yeah. Anything else that's close? All right, nothing else that's close, but that's fine. We need to buy a workshop upgrade. Those are so cheap. Okay, cool. So we bought that. So that should give us this, and we should get this just during normal farming. Ban perks. This is gonna hurt, but if I have my health reduced by 70%, that's gonna really hurt me in terms of being able to do anything. Okay, auto pick. Okay, I think it automatically updated this for me. Yeah. Yeah, I think it did. Cool. Let's do this one, just so it gives more chances. And I definitely want this. So yeah, maybe I'll bring that back down. Okay, so I think I'll run that to try to see how far I can get in this. Yeah, it's either 4,500 or, you know, no other. Okay. I can't really see it. I could probably look it up online what it is in terms of these relics. Card Mastery, I bet if I want to run 16 again, I could get it. But what is this? 30, 60, 90, 120 stones. Yeah, it's just, I wish you weren't freaking $50. That's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Okay, anyways, yeah, I'm gonna do this offline just because I got other stuff I need to do. But thank you for watching the stream, especially if you made it all the way towards the end. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. It's free to do so and it helps out the channel. I'll see you in the next episode.